Right, so what we want to do is we want to move this bottom left hand corner into this corner here. So if we, using our cursor again, and these tabs what are following our ruler, just unclick that. Right, so if we go down to this corner, it actually tells us the value. So on the X it's 0 again, and then if we follow it across, it's 1450. We can do that by the visual way at what we're looking at now, or we can actually do it with the maths. So we know that the page is 1500 high, and we know this shape is 50. So if we take 50 off of 1500, it gives us 1450. So which is comes up right with our actual cursors there. So again, if we go to 0, that aligns it along the left, and then vertically we will put it at 1450, and that moves it down. So there's that corner there. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put in a photo. I know we have not inserted photos yet, but it's just so we can get the transform on it. So what we can do is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at putting this in the center, the very center of this, in the center of the page. So it's going to be roughly round here. So I'm going to go to me tools. I'm just going to drag this out, make it a little bit bigger, and right, so we want to get it smack bang in the middle. So we can do this just by moving it around using these arrows, these built-in blue arrows. So as I get it across horizontally, it will show up, and then if I drop it down, it will then show up. So we know that the center of that shape is in the middle of the page. But again, we can do this mathematically, which I like to do. So we know that our page is 1000, so the center of that is 500. So if you imagine a line down there, down the center of our page, it will be at 500. And then we know that our page is 1500 in depth, so divide that by 2 takes us to 750. So if you imagine a line what goes across there, so if I take this, no, it doesn't show up, right. So to put it smack bang in the middle, we're going to look at the middle of our shape. So we want at the middle of our shape to go to 500 on the width and 750 on the height. So that is then in the middle of our page. So if I make a copy of this just to show you, and just paste it out, so if just using the arrow tool to get it in place, so you can see that using the lines as well is getting it smack bang in the middle, because it's completely covered the other image. Right, so that's that one gone. Oops. So now what I'm going to look at is I want this to be just positioning it again, just to position it further, just so you get that little bit more in-depth looking at it. Is I'm going to want it to have a slight margin, but I want these two white margins around it to be equal. So this is where we need to start doing as maths.